this letter's you. You know it's true.
Alright, our next objective is to learn how to multiply a monomial and a polynomial. Remember that when multiplying variables, we have to add exponents. So for example, if we are going to multiply negative 5n times the quantity 7n minus 2, we have to use the distributive property. I am going to multiply 7n by negative 5n and then multiply negative 2 by negative 5n. So negative 5n times 7n. Next, we distribute negative 5n to negative 2 or to minus 2. So now we are going to simplify negative 5n times 7n. First, we multiply our coefficients. Negative 5 times 7 will give us negative 35. Now n times n, remember that when you multiply two monomial or when you multiply two same variables, we have to add exponents. So n raised to 1 times n raised to 1 will give you n squared. Negative 5 times negative 2 will give you positive 10, and then attach your n. Let's have our second example. So again, distribute 7h to our h. 7h times h will give us 7h squared, and 7h times negative 3 will give us negative 21h. Combining these two together, we are going to have 7h squared minus 21h. Let's move on and discuss the example on slide number 6. So here I have a monomial multiplied to this quantity 3t squared plus 2t minus 5. So first, we distribute 4t squared to 3t squared. So 4 times 3 will give us 12. T squared times t squared will give us t raised to 4. Next, 4t squared times positive 2t. This will give us 8t cubed. Remember that if you don't have an exponent, it means that you have 1 here. If you can't see the exponent, then the exponent is 1. Next, 4t squared times minus 5. So 4 times negative 5, we will have negative 20, and then attach your t squared. Combining these three products, we're going to have 12t4 plus 8t cubed minus 20t squared. Alright, let's move on to slide number 8. Now what if I have negative x divided by 3 times 27x squared minus 6x plus 12? So we have to remember that the exponent of x here is negative 1. So our goal here is to distribute our negative 1x over 3 to each of these terms. Negative 1x divided by 3 times 27x squared will give us negative 1 times 27 over 3 x times x squared. We just multiplied our coefficients first. Negative 1 times 27 divided by 3. So I have the x here multiplied to your x squared. So negative 1 times 27 is negative 27, and then we divide that by 3. That will give us negative 9. X times x squared, again we can see the exponent of x, so it means that exponent is 1. So x times x squared is equal to x cubed. Next, negative 1x over 3 times negative 6x. Again, we are going to multiply first our coefficients. Negative 1 times negative 6 divided by 3. So when you simplify this, you will get positive 6 divided by 3, which is equal to 2. Then x times x will be equal to x squared. So we will have here positive 2x squared. Next, we multiply negative 1x over 3 times 12. Again, multiply our coefficients. Negative 1 times 12 will give us negative 12. But divide negative 12 by 3, we're going to get negative 4. And then just bring down your x. So you will have here negative 4x. Okay, so combining these three terms together, negative 9x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x as our final answer. Okay, let's move on to slide number
26 letters are in the alphabet.
12. Okay, here I have 4xy squared times the quantity 3x4 y cubed plus 2x2y squared minus 5xy. So again, we are going to distribute negative 4xy squared to our 3x4y cubed. Simplifying this, we're going to get 4 times 3, which is 12. Then x1 times x4 will give us x5. Y squared times y cubed is equal to raised to the 5th power. Okay, next for xy squared times 2x2y squared. So we have to again multiply first our coefficients. 4 times 2, that will give us 8. X raised to 1 times x2 will give us x cubed. Y squared times y squared will give us y raised to 4. And then for xy squared times negative 5xy, again multiply first our coefficients. 4 times negative 5 will get negative 20. X raised to 1 times x raised to 1 is equal to x squared. Y squared times y raised to 1 is equal to y to the 3rd power. So this will be our final answer. 12x5 y5 plus 8x cubed y4 minus 20x squared y cubed. For our final example, let's try to simplify 7 times the quantity h minus 3 plus 2 times the quantity h plus 1. So here we are going to distribute our 7 to h and minus 3, and then we are going to distribute 2 to h and plus 1. So 7 times h will give us 7h. 7 times negative 3 will give us negative 21. 2 times h will give us 2h, and then 2 times 1 will give us 2. Now note that we have here like terms. 7h and 2h are like terms. Negative 21 and positive 2. So these two are like terms. 7h plus 2h will give us 9h. Minus 21 plus 2 will give us negative 19 or minus 19. So this will be our final answer.